let me briefly explain to you about the purposes of a skill inventory. What is a skills inventory in career exploration? Now, a skills inventory in career exploration is a comprehensive record of a person's abilities, knowledge, and experience. The purpose of a skills inventory is to help individuals to identify and document their skills that they have acquired through their work, their education, and their life. This will allow other people to see how they have their current abilities and the career paths that they wish to follow, and also you can identify any skill gaps that you need to be addressed. This skills inventory serves as a foundation for building a resume, a covering letter, and even preparing for job interviews. So, in your skills inventory, you have the work that you have done, the education that you have completed, the life experiences that you have passed through. So, using all this, you will be able to make a good resume. You will be able to write a cover letter, and you will also be able to prepare for job interviews. So, this is why a skills inventory is required during your career exploration. The second question is, what is the primary difference between identifying interests and identifying values in the context of career planning? Now, interests means what do I like to do? For example, enjoying outdoor activities, working with people, solving complex problems. These are all interests. And values means what do I want to do, or why do I want to do this? So, for example, you might want to do this so that you will be able to make a social impact, or you might be doing this so that you can achieve financial stability, or you might have be doing this so that you can achieve a good work life balance. So, based on this, you can identify your interests or you can identify your values and plan your career properly. Give two examples of questions you would find on a self assessment tool designed to identify a person's values. So let's try two questions. One question would be, which of the following scenarios is more important for you? Working for a company that pays a very high salary, or working for a non-profit organization that helps your community even if it pays less? So this particular question would assess whether you want financial security or you would care for social impact. Another question would be, imagine you have a choice between two jobs. Job A requires that you work long hours and weekends, but offers the chance of becoming a manager in 1 year. But job B offers a standard 40 hours work week with minimal stress. But your role and salary will not change for at least several years. Which one would you choose? So these are certain questions, and this type of question would assess your value, your ambition versus your work life or your balance, work life balance or your work life stability. So these are certain questions that you would find on a self assessment tool. These questions are designed to identify a person's values. Next question is, how can the results of a personality assessment like MBTI used be used in career exploration? Now, MBTI is known as Myers-Briggs Type Indicator. This is basically a test wherein you answer a few questions, and based on your questions, you will know whether you are a extrovert or you're an introvert, or whether you're a sensing person, whether you prefer intuition, whether you are a thinking person, whether you are a feeling person, whether you're a judging person, whether you are a perceiving person. Based on these and your letters, suppose you are a ISFJ person, that means you are a warm, considerate, gentle, responsible person. Suppose you are an ESFP person, then you are playful, you are enthusiastic, you are friendly. And if you are an ENFJ person, you are caring, you are enthusiastic, you are organized, and you are diplomatic. So basically, what happens here is that this type of assessment helps you to recognize your strengths, your communication style, so that you will be able to seek roles that are similar to your strengths. Thus, it can lead to greater job satisfaction. So, the Myers Briggs test is basically it provides insights into preferences. They are not absolute limitations. It doesn't mean that you have to be that particular person. It's just a starting point for reflection, and it is not a definitive guide for a single career path. So this is the MBTI, or the Myers Briggs type indicator. And one more question: why is it crucial to have a multiple self assessment tool rather than just relying on just one? So the thing is that, if you just look into one particular tool, it is basically, it will provide only a very narrow, one dimensional view of your potential. For example, a skills inventory. Suppose you're doing a skills inventory test. It just tells you what you're good at, whatever skills you have been given, whether you're good in that or not. Suppose you do a values assessment test. Then it tells you what is important for you, what are the values that you feel are important. Or suppose you do a personality test, then it tells you how you work and interact with others. But suppose you do all these multiple self assessment tools, do all these three, then you can identify overlapping themes, and a more accurate picture of an ideal career of yours can be made out. This reduces the risk of making a career choice based on an incomplete understanding of your own abilities and motivations. So, thus, when you want to take a personality test or a self assessment test, see to it that you do a skills inventory, a values assessment, and a personality test. Thank you. Have a great day. Please to subscribe.